Hey there, Joanna Ruckenstein here, coming to you live on Sunday morning. And I want to talk to you about trusting your gut. Do you trust yourself? Do you always listen to your inner voice and make decisions based on that and stick to those decisions? Or are you kind of not sure and you think everybody else's opinion matters more than your own and that's what you trust? And then you find yourself doing things like, I don't know, checking the stove before you leave the house, or just that's what I do. And it comes from not trusting yourself. And so I wanted to just hear your comments about it, hear your feedback on it. When I was a kid, I'll tell you a very funny story. When I was a kid, I used to always go skiing with my family. And the skis were like really long and really thin. And I always had a problem turning. Took a long break from skiing because I liked it, but I did it more because my dad really wanted us to go skiing, and he always got us up in the mornings at 7 o'clock. Got to be on the ski hill for 8 o'clock. Hated that. But when I came back years later to skiing, we go to one of the hills in the country, and I see everybody's on short, fat, wide skis, and I'm like, wait a second. What's going on? He said, well, people realized that nobody was able to turn properly, and so they changed the design of the skis. And I was like, what? I was right all this time, but I didn't trust myself. I thought there was something wrong with me, and I had never said anything about how I thought, these skis, these long, thin skis are ridiculous, and I can't turn. I just never said anything, which maybe I could have been a millionaire making, short, wide skis, but, I lost that. But yeah, and so I realized right then that all these things that we think in our heads that we're kind of not sure about, things like, is it natural to stay in a relationship with somebody for the rest of your life? Do you stay even though you may be completely depressed and unhappy and just not talk about it because you're supposed to stay together? Or do you work on the relationship? Or if it's not a fantastic relationship, do you move on? And I'm more talking about marriage because we sign contracts in marriage and then we feel we got to stay at all costs. And I've spoken to many people who are married because I want to know. And I say, if you're not happy together, and I'm not encouraging people who are married to leave each other. That is not what I'm encouraging. Work on your relationships as much as you can, but you got to be happy in your relationship. So I asked a lot of people, is it good to stay in the relationship, especially if you have kids, and your kids see this every day, that you guys are not happy, you're not touching, you're not hugging, there's no affection, there's no real interaction between you two. Is that healthy? And except for one person, they all said, no, it's not healthy. And it's not good to stay for the kids. You know why? Because your kids are going to see that and they're going to go look for those kinds of relationships down the line. They're going to look for relationships where they're not happy and think that it's okay. So if you have stuff in your head that you're thinking about, is my relationship doing well? Are the skis wide enough? Or just anything, anything that you wonder about, talk to people, research it a little bit and trust your gut, because your gut is always, always going to steer you in the right direction. And that is what living the party for one life is all about. It's about learning to trust yourself all the time. Okay? You were given, when you were born, you were given this inner intuition and this no, I know there's something not right here. There's something I don't trust and I know it. And you have to stick to that. You were given that. It's like a strong tool. It's a strong tool in your arsenal that you gotta stick with. That's your sidekick. That's your, you're a Batman and that's your Robin, in your little tool belt. So trust your gut, trust your instincts, listen to that inner voice. Okay, I didn't do it most of my life, and it's only the past couple of years that I'm doing that, and I want that for you too. Okay, so that's my tip for the day. Have a fantastic Sunday. Hope you're going to have some French toast and hot chocolate. I'm going to work soon, so I will bid you adieu. Mwah, love you guys. Take care.